This is your life, and this is the 5,500-seater Royal Albert Hall. Only a handful of top stars can fill this place, and the star that I'm looking for has been celebrating 40 years at the top. Once upon a time, she used to pack saucepans in a Cardiff factory. Tonight, she's packing the Albert Hall. So much of her life and experience is poured into the passionate delivery of her songs that she holds people the world over in the palm of her hand. Back, madam. Ladies and gentlemen, I just happened to be passing and I heard the applause and I couldn't resist the opportunity to say indeed tonight, Shirley Bassey, this is your night. Well, as I said, a smaller but even more affectionate audience here. Your close friend of many years, Baudouin Mills, from Henley-on-Thames, your daughter Sharon and her husband Steve, your adopted son Mark. Oh, you just noticed him, yes,
Hello, sweetheart.
He flew in from Spain, I think, and up from Cardiff, the Bassey clan, sisters Ella, Iris, Marina, and twins Eileen and Henry. Now, they were your very first audience in this terraced house in the Cardiff district of Splot. From here, you won worldwide standing ovations from the 50s through to the 90s.
And with these hands, I'll provide for you. Should there be a stormy sea, I'll turn the tide for you. We say furthermore, I'd adore everybody to come and dine. This evening's mine, and I will pay the bill later. Wish me luck the same to you. But forget every breath what I did for love. He loves gold. He loves only gold. Only gold. This is my life, and I don't give it time for a single shot. I said you let him love, I got to give. Let me live. Let me live. This is my
Do you enjoy watching yourself as much as we do?
Not always, no. Because I hear sometimes wrong notes or something, you know, and I wish I could do it again.
Right, Shirley Bassey, this is your life, and your voice was first heard one dark January day in the Tiger Bay dock area. You were the youngest of the 7 children of a Nigerian seaman and a Yorkshire woman. Your mother, Eliza, died 11 years ago. She was your greatest fan, and there you are, pictured together. Your parents divorced when you were just 2 years old, and that's how old you were when this picture was taken with Sister Marina. You go to Moreland Road School, and you give your mum a hand with the domestic chores.
Remember, Shirley, you used to polish the front doorstep, singing all the while.
She went to live in America 45 years ago, flown in from Milwaukee, your sister Gracie. Gracie, you're going to have a chat? I was going to ask you if the neighbours appreciated your sister's voice.
Oh, yes, they always wanted her to sing for them. And she always obliged and sang her heart out. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, you impress the landlord at the local pub because he hires you to sing there at the weekends. Your weekday job, as I said earlier, is packing saucepans at a local factory. Your wage, £3 a week. But you supplement it by singing for £2 a night at local clubs. You were just 16 then. Did you ever think that one day you would hit the big time?
Never, no.
That wasn't a big ambition?
No, I wanted to be an air hostess. I wanted to be a nurse until I saw blood. And the air hostess bit was you had to speak 2 languages, and my Welsh was not good enough.
It could have been very
useful.
useful.
So I lost out on those 2 jobs.
Well, you made up for it, really. Of course, these days, the glamorous Shirley Bassey is a grandmother, right, Sharon?
That's right, and she calls our sons the 3 little men in her life. That's Luke, Sebastian and Nathan.
And today they were joined by a young woman, Mark's daughter, Tatiana, and captured in a musical moment by a surprise cameraman.
I don't want nobody else, I love you. She's lying. There won't be somebody else, and that's true. She's lying. So you'll always be my
Hi, Nan. Not bad, are they? Hope you got it all on film. See you.
And he certainly will. Thank you, Luke. Now, where were we? Just starting your career. Now, in 1955, you were offered a part in a touring revue. Do you remember the title of that?
Memories of Dawson?
Exactly. You were spotted by the band leader and showman Jack Hilton. An appearance on Sunday night at the London Palladium follows. And in 1957, your career is underway with your first #1 in the charts.
Each one warmer than the one before.
Well, more and more television follows, and in 1957 you share a duet with another up-and-coming young vocalist.
I would say such wonderful things to you. How many records did you say you sold?
Of why? 500,000. And I would say such wonderful... How many did you sell of As I Love You?
About 1 million.
About 1 million.
Well, he's on stage tonight as Scrooge, but he sent this message. It's Anthony Newley.
Shirley Bassey, bah, humbug. Hello, Shirl. It's Newley. I just wanted you to know that I was working. I have very, very fond memories of the time we sang If You Were the Only Boy in the World and I Was the Only Girl 100,000 years ago. Remember? If you were the only girl in the world and I was the only boy. 1 million copies. Yeah.
Thank you, Tony Newley. Well, the 60s really swing for you with a string of hits, sell-out tours, and the first of 4 Royal Variety shows. By 1971, you had the ultimate accolade appearing on this show.
They asked me how I knew my true love was true.
Well, tonight you can put the boot in because here is Ernie Wise.
It's good to see you. What?
You got my shoes on.
Yeah, well, let me get to the joke. Shirley, you appeared on our show and you were wearing boots, weren't you? Well, they were my boots. These are your shoes. I've been stuck with them ever since. Walking about in them.
I have your boot framed.
Are you... In depth, of course, yes.
Besides the boot,
yeah,
after that, I did my spot in a silver sequin gown.
That's right. Yeah.
And you said,
what?
Doesn't she look like a Brillo?
A Brillo. Absolutely.
Are you going to sit through the whole show like that?
Yes, great.
Lovely. And you should see what he's got under the jacket as well. Shirley, I have to tell you that another international star has flown in tonight from New York with a bone to pick.
I've only one thing to say to you, Shirley Bassey. Leave my husband alone.
Now, this could be tricky. It's Millicent Martin.
Where's your husband?
He's
I'm not sure we should hear about this, but I'm sure we will.
No, well, you see, what usually happens is when Shirley comes over to sing at Carnegie Hall or that, she'll phone me, but a lot of times I'm in Los Angeles or I'm over here in London. But somehow Mark and Shirley always managed to have lunch or dinner. It got so bad once that she phoned and I was in, and she said, "Oh, hello, where's my boyfriend?" Actually...
Sorry about that.
No, we've been friends for a long time.
We have.
Mark adores you.
Before we met him.
I know.
I mean, before you met him.
See, before we met him. Mark adores you, I adore you.
Oh,
and apart from being a fabulous talent, you're also a very special lady.
Thank you.
Thank you, Melissa Martin. Well, another favourite way of passing the time away from work, apart from Millie's husband, is going out shopping for your famous clothes. And Sharon, you sometimes go with her.
That's right, I do. And we spend many hours in shops. And when we come out laden down with parcels, she has a very good way of hailing a taxi, haven't you? Remember what you do? You're going to demonstrate?
Yes.
That noise crossed the threshold of pain. Now, as well as for your work, of course, you need an extensive wardrobe for your social life.
If you're a friend of Bassey's, life is a party.
And she's at yours tonight. It is Susan George. Susan, you know her so well.
Yes, we go back a very, very long way, don't we?
And not with husbands, right?
No,
No,
not
nothing
with
to do with
husbands. Nothing to do with husbands. Not at all.
Oh.
No.
We have to get that straight.
That's right. We've got a very special friendship. I think it's a very special friendship. I know we both do, because we don't see one another for literally years sometimes, do we? And then all of a sudden we do again, and we pick up right where we left off. And in actual fact, the last time we saw one another, if you remember, I know you will, was at Tony Monopoly's first night for
That's
Moby
right.
Dick.
Yes.
And I once again had to go home early because I was working early in the morning, and I left you, I seem to remember.
You're always leaving me.
Under the table at the time.
Thank you, Susan George. It's good to have friends, yes. Now, Michael Alexander, you've been Shirley's musical director for 12 years. I imagine life on tour can be quite lively.
Well, on stage, about two-thirds of the way through the show, Shirley will introduce the orchestra, and everybody stands up, and then after that, she'll say, and now I'd like to introduce you to two fellows who've been following me round the world for a very long time, and I've no idea why, because I don't pay them. And then I turn to Shirley and say, yes, it's because we get the cast-off frocks.
Well, we have evidence to the contrary.
And what did you say about me the other night at the Albert?
We'll hear it from Danny LaRue. Danny, so you were in the Albert Hall audience, what, the other night?
Yes, indeed. Was I ever? Was I ever? And she said, may I say, she said, you saw that dress, didn't you?
Yes.
And she went, like that, she said. And she said, Dan, she said, have you got any falsies? I said, love, I'm sitting on them. What can you say about this girl? We've known each other. Australia, down under. We sort of travel together.
He follows me everywhere.
Of course I do. I want my frocks back. This woman is magic. She's like a work of art. If you like a painting and you look at it long enough and often enough, it becomes more beautiful, more talented. It's a joy to know you, Shirley. You are one of our greatest stars. You're a joy because you're real. Your talent is exceptional. You're pure magic. I love you.
Oh.
Thank you.
Thank you, Danny. Now, Shirley, one of your great hits, as we all know, is This Is My Life. And Norman Newell, you wrote the lyrics.
Yes, Shirley came to me, but she was going to appear in the San Remo Song Festival, and she came to me with a beautiful record called La Vita, and she asked me if I would write the lyrics. She appeared in San Remo, and she stopped the show for 20 minutes with a standing ovation, which you know she's been doing ever since. And I love her for giving that song. It'll always be your song, Shirley, but thank you for letting me be part of it. I love you very much, too.
Thank you, Norman. I love you for giving it to me.
Well, Shirley, it is a life that has known tragedy and drama as well as triumph. Your daughter, Samantha, died in 1985 at the age of 21. You've been married twice, to an Englishman and to an Italian, but your longest-lasting relationship has been with a Frenchman. Beau, what is the secret?
Simply growing older together.
I'm 29. What are you talking about?
He said...
You've just ended the longest relationship I've ever had.
He said older, not old. There is a difference.
Older, I said.
Yeah.
But I don't feel older. Older than what?
Older than yesterday. Than yesterday.
Well, you're different from the rest of us anyway. Now, another old friend very much regrets not being able to talk to you tonight. Only poor health prevents her, but she has asked me to read this letter to you. It's from Elizabeth Taylor. She says, "Dear Shirley, despite my bronchitis, I could not miss the opportunity to send you this message. Our friendship goes back many years. Certainly no one more richly deserves this tribute, for you are the epitome of professionalism and showmanship, and undeniably one of the greatest singers of our time. May this evening be one you will always remember, just as we remember all the wonderful songs you've given to us. Affectionately, Elizabeth Taylor." Now, another special friend and fan has a personal memory every time he hears you sing this number.
The minute you walked in the joint, I could see you were a man of distinction, a real big spender, good looking, so refined. I said, wouldn't you like to know what's going on in my mind? Let me get right to the point. I don't pop my cork for every man I see. Hey, big spender, spend a little time with me.
Well, now we'll hear about this from ITV's Entertainment Personality of the Year, Des O'Connor.
It's nice to be on your show for a change.
Why does Big Spender mean so much to you?
Well, I remember once being with Shirley when it wasn't exactly big spending time. We go back, 2 or 3 years? 200 or 300 years.
Give or take, yeah.
We were in Diggs, I was in Leeds, and you were appearing in Leeds, I was appearing in Halifax.
Yes.
And she said to me, "Oh, Des, I've got nothing to wear." And she said, "Will you come with me to the shops?" I thought, oh, God, the shops. You know, it's like shopping. She said, "CNAs." Well, I didn't know what CNAs was. And she said, "Coats and hats, you fool, coats and hats." So we went round this store, me trolling behind Shirley in these white court shoes you had, and we bought, we bought a white pencil, I think that's where you first started to walk like that,
That's
a black
yeah.
blouse, it cost £22, £22.
That was a lot.
Yes, and you said I got 20 and I chipped in 2. And I don't want to embarrass
you.
you.
Big spender, you.
Yes, you never did give me that 2 quid, Cheryl. Shirley, there's been a lot of tributes here tonight, all more than deserved. I leave one little thought with you.
Yes.
The British public love you, not just your talent, they love you. And when am I going to get my 2 quid back? I'd like that.
With interest.
Shirley.
Would you take it in kind?
Oh.
Shirley Bassey, this is your life. Thank you.